We were in London in 1972. I was 13 years old, and we were able to see Master Kirpal there. It was not a very big room, and there were probably about 20 people there, maybe 30. Master Kirpal was sitting in a chair, and Amy Hart and Val, my sister, and I were sitting on an ottoman to that chair. So my knee was practically touching his knee. And he looked around the room and he said, "I pray that each of you lives to see the golden age." And that is actually all I remember of anything that he said that day. That's the only thing I remember that he said.
I pray
that each of you lives to see the golden age.
Sitting with a group of maybe 10 or 15, it seemed like it was a small group, but, we were all hippies, 60s, and, we'd heard about the New Age, and Kirpal sat there and he looked at us and he said, "You will be bringing in the golden age." And he looked at us individually. And in my mind I'm going, did he just say what he said? Did I just hear what he said? It was like amazing.
The Master said that the golden age would be coming in very soon, and that, we would be the ones who would bring it about. When he says, that you people are the ones to bring it about, and it's going to happen in your lifetime, which is the way Lark remembers what he said. All I can say is that when the Masters predict and prophesy, it's always conditional, that they do not flat out make predictions. If we are the ones who are supposed to bring it about, the question arises, what have we done to bring it about? When Master addressed the Unity of Man conference, he talked about the remodeling of our destiny. And he said, that it isn't going to be easy, that there's a lot of things working against it. But there is a ray of hope for regeneration and reorientation. And it is that ray of hope that has brought us together. And the more that we put our attention into him, the more we are able to see from his point of view. And that is what has to happen. And that, just on the part of a few people, can make a huge difference. And the domino effect of it can bring about the golden age. We'd be surprised maybe at how some of the things that seem to be working in the wrong direction may, in the end, when we have complete angle of vision, they may look very different. And we may be closer to the golden age than we think. I think we're in the middle of the birth pangs, and it gets worse and worse. But there's a ray of hope, of regeneration and reorientation. Regeneration means new birth. Reorientation means new angle of vision, new way of looking at things, a revolution. What Master called right understanding is the recognition that God resides in every heart. And that's not something we can see with our limited vision. In order for us to see, to really know that God resides in every heart, our thought pattern has to be revolutionized. Our angle of vision has to be changed. And the only way we can do that is to see that it needs to be changed. If we don't see that, then if we think we're awake and we're asleep, we'll never wake up. The point is that the fact of our own limited vision has to be accepted. We can't get around that. That's the first step. Keeping in the sweet remembrance of God has in itself the power to accomplish a lot. And I think that if the satsangis fully lived up to and did and practiced on the level that the masters talk about, I think that if they did that, if I did that, if you did that, if all of us did that, then this would have an effect. As St. Francis said, preach the gospel at all times. When necessary, use words. That's the idea of it. You know, we can safely assume that the golden age is coming, the spiritual revolution will happen, and we are the ones who are supposed to bring it about. And it doesn't have to be 400,000 more years in a 2 million year coma in between us and the golden age. The option is there, and we can do it. It can be done. If we have the sweet remembrance of God all the time, and every person we meet, every email we send, every contact we have with anybody, including people who share the home with us, if we are able to maintain the sweet remembrance of God whenever we have any intercourse whatsoever on any level with anyone else, we will be doing something to bring that about. It will be happening.